the meeting?
Uh-oh, let me find my agenda. Sorry. I'm at a space where I thought I was going to be able to sit down and pull out my laptop and, and the facility is at capacity, trying to adhere to social distancing, so I'm in my car. So give me a hot second.
And you do mean hot.
Yes, I do.
If you would like, I could read the titles on the agenda as we get to them. Will that work?
Okay. That would be helpful.
So the first item is welcome. So you would welcome and ask if we verified the posting of the agenda.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome you to our board meeting. And I still would like to pull it up so I can read what I'm supposed to. I also want to verify what's on the agenda.
The agenda has been published in accordance with the open meeting law.
Thank you. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Here I go.
So the next item would be Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes, and if we can all say the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
The next item would be Public Forum.
This is the first two portions of the meeting devoted to the public comment. During this portion of the agenda, it was so hard to read on this phone, I'm sorry, must be limited to the matters on the agenda for action. After recognition by the library board chairman, please, or chairwoman, please state your name and address for the record. In consideration of other citizens, we ask that you please limit your comments to 3 minutes and that repetition be avoided. Do we have anyone?
We have no written comments and we have no callers on the line.
Okay, thank you.
The next
item number 1.
Go for it.
Can we approve the Library District Board of Trustees regular meeting agenda for July 28th, 2020?
This is Christine Lockhart. I motion that we approve the library board meeting minutes for the meeting on July 28th, 2020.
This is Yvonne Johnson. I second.
Thank you.
And
all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the agenda is approved. And then it's the consent agenda. Matters listed on the consent agenda are considered routine and may be approved. However, any consent item may be moved to the business portion of the agenda for discussion at the request of any trustee. Next, can I have a motion to approve the Library District Board of Trustees regular meeting minutes from May 26, 2020? Did everyone get a chance? Go ahead. I'm sorry, did everyone get a chance to view the minutes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Is there there a motion for approval?
This is Lana Esparza. I'll make a motion for approval.
Thank you, Lana. Is there a second?
Christine Lockhart, I second the motion.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, the minutes are approved. And so business. Oh, to elect board captain and vice chairman. Wait a minute. Is that on this agenda?
Yes.
Oh, it is that time, huh? For 2020, 2021. I'm sorry. For possible action.
Yeah, so at this time we would want a nomination. We'll go with the nomination for board chair, and then we'll do for vice chair.
Okay, thank you. Are there any nominations?
This is Yvonne Johnson, and I would like to nominate Tamika Henry for the position of chairman.
Thank you, Yvonne. Are there,
This is Lana Esparza, and I'll second that for the board chairman.
are there any others who are interested in chairperson? Really, ladies and gentlemen?
There's like crickets.
I know, right? I accept the nomination. I'm humbled that to be nominated. I do take this board seriously. Like I enjoy working with all of you. Although we've been a little disconnected because of what's going on in the world right now. Hopefully we can get back on track. But I know that we will continue to do great work together. And so I accept the nomination. If there's no one else who no, I do accept the nomination.
Is there going to be a vote?
Can we get a vote on that?
I'm not sure how this works.
You need to make a motion for Tamika to be the board chair, and then you take a vote.
I believe there was already a motion by Trustee Johnson, and then Trustee Esparza seconded it.
Excellent. So we just need a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Motion
Any
carries.
opposed?
Congratulations. And now we can move on to the vice chair.
Well, I thank you all. I wasn't expecting that.
You make a great chairman.
There's also the role of vice chairperson.
This is Yvonne Johnson. I would like to nominate Lana Esparza for vice chairman.
I'll second that. This is Kathleen. I will second that.
Woo-hoo. Okay, that's awesome. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Please say aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion carries. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I saw what Yvonne was doing there. I saw.
I think you guys will be great. This is Yvonne.
Okay. Thank you. So, thank you for the next item, we have to approve the board meeting dates, times, and place for the year 2020 and 2021.
And this is Forrest. I just wanted to clarify that we will be sticking with the proposal on there. We'd be sticking to the every other month, the fourth Tuesday, which is September 22nd, November 24th, January 26th, March 23rd, May 25th, and July 27th. As a special note, we always, when the fourth Tuesday in November falls on the same week as Thanksgiving, we just make you aware of that, and you would have the ability, if you wanted to switch that to the third week on that month, if you so choose. The last couple of years, they decided to keep it on that time. There is no real preference, just what you guys, as the board, would decide would be your preference on that month if you wanted to have another date besides November 24th.
Thank you. Did anyone have any questions or comments?
Does anyone have a preference on the dates? For me, this is Lana Esparza, and I don't have any issue with either date, the 17th or the 24th.
Thank you. I don't either.
No, this is Yvonne. I don't either. It can stay the 24th.
This is Kathleen Reed. I'm better on the 24th than I am on the 17th.
Excellent. So we can go ahead and make a motion to approve the dates whenever you guys are ready.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2020 and 2021 dates for the library board meeting.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second it. This is Yvonne.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, that motion carries. That's for our 2021 calendar year. Next, we have, accept presentation regarding the library phase reopening plan. All right, we're going to let you take it away, Director Lewis.
Business item number 5 is our annual contract with the Las Vegas Clark County Library District. And this program, just to let you know, the cost this year is $59,782.33. That's actually down a little bit from last year, which was $60,658.61. Part of that is due, and I'll go through just real quickly before we vote, give you a highlight of the fees where that breaks out. And for those of the board members that have been with us for a while, you know this contract is invaluable for our library district. It is the benefit that we have with our partnership with Las Vegas Clark County. They are very generous with us. They appreciate the partnership that we have, that we'd be able to help our residents. Their residents can access service. But with this amount, just to give you an idea, with the $59,000, just under $60,000, we get access to the library catalog that services all of our residents. That's both the public catalog that people access online and the staff catalog that we do all of our resources in-house. It allows us to load our books. When we purchase, we were able to send all of our books to be entered in the catalog. Las Vegas Clark County handles a lot of that back-end work for us to make sure that everything's entered properly on the catalog. It also affords us access to their entire book collection with Las Vegas Clark County, which is several million items that our patrons have access to. It allows us to have courier service 6 days a week when our branches are open 6 days a week at all 3 locations. It also allows us access to the Overdrive online digital service that has 60,000 ebooks, 20,000 audiobooks, access to 1,000 popular magazine issues, and over 100 streaming videos that people have access to. So we also get access to a service it's called Decision Center, and that allows me to easily pull up data and statistics for my reports to the state on how many patrons entered, circulation activity. That's I use that very heavily when we do the yearly report. So the value that we get with this yearly contract is really, like I said, invaluable to us as a library district. In a lot of ways, we couldn't function as a library district without that partnership. We wouldn't be able to afford to do our catalog on our own. We wouldn't be able to afford courier service. So this is really a great value, and it's broken up into 16,000 of that fee is based on a formula that they have for circulation transactions. We have 24,000 is the annual catalog maintenance fees. That's Sierra, our online catalog that we have. They charge us $1,000 per branch for a membership fee. For courier service, we only get charged $11,713 for courier service to all 3 of our branches for the year. And the overdrive, with all the items that I mentioned that our patrons have access to, they're charging us $2,000 for that and $2,400 for the Decision Center. So, like I could say, I can't stress enough how grateful we are to the Las Vegas Clark County for this partnership. And as you can see, the value of this contract compared to what they charge us on an annual basis is really a savior for us as a library district, and allows us to do a lot of the things that we do. If we had to pay the full price on our own as a smaller district for any number of these services, that would take a major portion of our budget. So with that, I ask that we move forward and approve the contract for fiscal year 21.
Thank you. Did anyone, any trustees have any questions or comments? And my apologies for reading the wrong agenda item. I scrolled back to the meeting minutes, so my apologies. Item number 5, we're seeking approval of the agreement with the Las Vegas Clark County Library District. Can I have a motion, please?
This is Kathleen Reese. I'll motion to approve.
This is Lana Esparza. I'll second.
Thank you both. All of those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion carries as well. Okay. For the next item, I'm sorry because I'm scrolling and my phone froze.
No problem. To me, that is staff items are next for the staff report. And I'll go ahead and provide that. The first item on my report is a very sad item for me and all of us. I'm not sure if you guys had heard or saw in the news, we had a fire downtown a couple weeks ago, and that was our proposed library building downtown that had been on fire. It was a pretty severe fire. It burnt. The walls are standing, but the roof burnt. It went all the way, took out everything, from through the second floor, the roof burning down. So they're still doing an investigation on that. They have an active investigation. But just to give you a little bit of background for that building, the building itself was not owned or purchased by the library district. It was actually purchased by the Economic Development Department, and they were working with us because they had a full downtown project that they were going to be renovating that whole area. We had discussed that before, but where this relates to the library is the library itself was going to be a renovation of that building, and we were using community development block grant funds that we were awarded to do that. Unfortunately, the fire put a whole kind of kibosh on the whole project because the money that was designated was for a renovation, not a complete build, which this would be with the cost. So we're looking at different options of things that we can do in the future. We have been looking at different options and ways that library services are changing. We're looking at digital options. We're looking at a lot of different ways that we're going to approach that. But we still will be having a library at City Hall. We're still going to be providing services downtown. We're going to be looking at new options. But I wanted you to be aware that unfortunately our plans to build the library location downtown have been indefinitely put on hold. So we will not be moving forward with that project at this time, but we will be investigating new ways to provide services to the area in the future and really seeing, where we can go. We're of course watching the COVID-19, how that's affecting budgets, things like that moving forward. But like I said, I wanted to make sure that you all were aware of the status of that and the reasons behind it. If you guys have any questions on that, please feel free to ask, and I'll be able to answer as much as I'm able. All right.
My goodness. I can remember when we first got the plans, we had the presentation on the plans for the new library, and that's disheartening.
Yeah, to say
I don't know what
say the
to
least.
say, yeah. And just a lot of work that went into it in the plans. So I'm sorry to hear that, Director Lou. And it's for the community because we're excited for the space and we need it and we deserve it as well. So thank you. Thank you for updating us, but also just keep us posted on, what we're going to do moving forward.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Does anyone else have any comments?
No, I agree. It's really sad that day, supposedly there were like 4 other fires. It seemed sort of strange. There were a lot of them were commercial fires, so I hope the investigation turns up who it was.
Yeah, we hope so too. And a big part of that is, also because the redevelopment agency owns that property and they would be putting up the funds, we definitely did not want to get in a situation too if we tried to force the issue and it turned out that we received CDBG funds and then we couldn't complete the project, then they would be on the hook for paying that money back. And so it's just there's a lot of things that went into that, but into that decision. It's just a very sad and unfortunate event, but like I said, I'll be keeping you posted as we move forward on what our goals are to continue services downtown. And if anybody ever has, if you have any questions as you're thinking about it, I know this is a big thing to hear. Please feel free. You can always call me, send me an email, whatever. I'd be happy to discuss further if anybody has. You can always reach out if you have any additional questions. The next item on my report, which actually is a much happier item, but I'm going to be sending out to you information about a pretty cool event that's happening. It's a virtual event. It's on August 6th, And I'll send you the date. I think it's from 10 to 11:30, if I'm not mistaken, the exact time. But the new president of the American Library Association, Julius Jefferson, he's holding a series of conversations virtually across the nation with different library districts, different states that have been doing really great things in the field of librarianship in different areas. And with this program, basically there's across the country, there were 11 states that had programs that were singled out for this event, and it's going to be held over several days. Nevada was one of the states, and they're going to be talking about the CSN project that I've discussed with you before, the virtual reality, the dialysis technician program, and with the North Las Vegas Library District being a big part of that program and the different areas that we're doing in workforce development, we're going to be a part of that conversation. So I'll be one of the guest panelists with the state librarian, the director of Washoe County Libraries, the director of Carson City, and other leaders in the state from different agencies, from GoEd to the CSN campus. So it's basically, it's going to be an hour and a half conversation. We'll be leading discussion. And if you're available, I'll send you the information out to log into that. You can register for it. We'd love to have you attend that event. I think Senator Cortez Masto is going to be listening in on that. They send invitations up north to all the elected officials and dignitaries. So we're hoping we'll get a pretty decent turnout for that. But it's pretty really rewarding and amazing that, like I said, nationwide, when you're looking at an organization like the American Library Association, that our libraries in Nevada were one of 11 programs that were singled out as being noteworthy enough to be part of this Holding Spaces initiative that they're doing. So, like I said, I'll send out all that information. I'll email it to you, and if you contend, we'd love to have you on the call. And the last portion of my report, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I know this whole COVID-19 situation is going much longer than anybody anticipated. It is, and our libraries, obviously are still closed to the public at this time. We are doing curbside service, but our staff has been involved in a lot of really important projects in the community. And we've been doing, in the beginning, we helped out with 3 Square with food distribution. Then we worked with the city on calling businesses. We created a call center where we were calling businesses to make them aware of resources like the Paycheck Protection Program, to make sure that especially our smaller businesses were aware of those programs and that they were applying for them. From that point, we had some staff members that were trained and working with the health district on contact tracing. That was a big project we worked on. And right now, we're actually, I'm not sure if you guys had seen, the city finally received some portion of the CARES Act dollars. The county is actually working with us and kind of loan the city some money until we get our portion from the state. And with that, I'm really proud of our city, where we had designated 80% of those funds to go directly back into the community. And with that, it's like utility help. It's helping loans to small businesses. It's working, they wanted to work. There will be loans to the businesses. We wanted to do some work with the nonprofits, but that didn't fall into the category of the CARES. One of the things that I'm really excited about is we're looking at using some of that revenue and working with like the school district and the county, and making sure that at least through the end of December, our families that cannot afford internet access will be able to have internet access provided for them at their homes. And at least through the end of December where this funds runs through. And there may be a possibility that it may be extended a little bit longer, which is invaluable because, with the school district going 100% online learning, it's a little bit difficult when students don't have internet access. And, at this point, we have, areas like the libraries, different places like that may still be closed. And even if they are open, there's social distancing. You can only allow so many people in at a time. So with that, our staff has been training with the city. Rich Easter, our grants coordinator for the city. And with the library still closed, we are going to be actually working the call center, working with computer programs to monitor those applications for the resources. So they'll be taking the calls, they'll be fielding the applications, they'll be entering things into the applications into the system, and then following it through under the direction of the grants coordinator. So this is just a win-win all the way around. From our perspective, it keeps our employees working on something that's valuable, necessary for the community. It's providing resources directly to the community like the money was originally intended. And, it allows us to really help in the areas that need it. And we also are working with the Parks and Recreation Department. We have a team put together through the city, and we're seeing how the library can fit in with that. But one thing we know for sure is we're going to need places for kids to go during the school day, especially if both parents are working and there's somebody in that, and they're going to be home for all that time. So they're looking at a lot of different options in that realm. There's going to be like learning camps at the Parks and Recreation. The libraries may be a part of that if the demand is over what they can handle. We're still waiting to see on that point. So with that, it's very I feel very proud and lucky to be part of a city that is being extremely proactive and looking ahead to see how we can, rather than sit back and waiting for things to happen, which we know that are coming, we're actually being very proactive and looking for solutions to these problems so that we'll be ready for them when they get here. So, that's the report that I had. I just wanted to keep you up to date with everything that's going on and let you know that, what our staff is working on and how, even though our libraries are physically close to the public, how we're still continuing to help the residents and hopefully get the city moving and up and running as quickly as possible. Does anybody have any questions or comments on any of those items?
No, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that report, the staff report. I can't wait until we can safely open. But I do love that you all have been innovative with connecting with the community, and I've seen several things on even Facebook and on the Facebook page with the different activities and readings that have occurred. So I think that you have been doing a great job of staying relevant and present. So
thank you.
And that's what collaborations are all about as well.
Exactly.
So thank you for, and keeping our staff working during this time.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for working to provide that internet access to the families who don't have it. Because we take it for granted, but like you reminded us, so many of the children that don't have it really aren't going to have a way to continue their studies in the fall. So that's excellent that you were able to get that provided for them.
Thank you. Yeah, that's important because it's just, how do you teach somebody online when they have no access to online and we understand there were so many decisions that were made so quickly. Nobody was prepared for this, and I tell you, I wouldn't want to be making the decisions for the fifth largest school. that's a heavy loaded burden on there. So in any way we can help, and we appreciate all your support as well. And do you guys have any items from the board? Anything to add?
No. No, just hoping to just, however we can continue to support the community, especially our students. That's just very important during this time, with distance learning being our new reality. Or, we know at least the first 90 days of school.
Yes.
If there's ways to, because that was the other thing that concerned me, being a parent, like how will students who usually utilize the libraries at their schools, who don't have transportation to get to our site, how will they get, access to library books? Because right now there's no plan for checking out books for students with the school district. So I've been sharing the resource of, you can go online and there's a huge database of books. Are there any, what do I want to say, will there be more outreach and flyers made to give to families as a resource, to just keep pushing that there are things available online for those who do have access to the internet?
Yes, and that's a big mission that we're working on, is making sure that people have access to our digital only library cards as well. We've been working on and getting additional funding as well, so we can print a lot of those out. There is an initiative that we're very excited about. I know the Las Vegas Clark County is in talks with the school district. And just to give you a quick background, Washoe County worked with their school district, the Washoe County School District, and they were able to set up a system where every student in the school district, they were able to provide the information to the library district, and so every student automatically had their student ID registered, and duly they could use that as a library card in the library district. Mm-hmm. So that's something that we're very interested in, and we're working closely with Las Vegas Clark County. They're in talks with the Clark County School District, but that would be a major coup for the libraries across the valley if we were able to work that out, and that we knew that every student that was registered with the school district would automatically also be registered with the library district, and they wouldn't need a different card. They would just be able to use that. And Washoe County also, which is really cool, is with that information, they were able to get the email addresses as well. So they're able to send out now monthly newsletters to every student and family in Washoe County that's registered with the school district, and give them information about library programming and upcoming events. So there's a lot of these ways, just so we're working very hard to get as many cards in the hands of students as we can. And, if we are able to work out that agreement with the school district, which is a lot of pressure now because the Department of Education is very much aware of this, and they're very excited about it, and so they're pushing hard on our behalf as well. So that's something that I foresee happening, hopefully in this upcoming school year, and it would literally be a game changer for the libraries in our efforts to get library cards in the hands of students and reach out to them with our resources. So I'll definitely be keeping you posted on that as it progresses, but that is a very real scenario in our future.
Florence,
great.
This is Kathleen Reed.
Yes.
Two of the programs that the State Department of Education has just purchased for every student in Nevada to use right now is the My On, the Renaissance Place. I think I told you that last time.
Yeah, we have that link on our website.
The digital books and activities and questions and things that go with it, just last week, the State Department sent out a press release that they purchased Discovery. It's a learning app through the History, I think through the History Channel.
Okay.
No, Discovery Channel, Discovery Experience. And they are hands-on lab field trips that relate to science and social studies. So I don't know if your librarians want to look into that, but that might be something that they can help promote at the centers that they're at also. There's a plethora of learning activities on both those sites.
Yeah. Could you send me, could you email me a link to that or some information on that?
I will, yes.
Thank you so much. That sounds amazing.
Thank you. And do you mind sending that to us as well? Is that a resource that we can share with other families?
Yes, it is. I will send it to Forrest, and I'll have him send it out to everyone. I'll send the 2 press releases.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Any other board items?
No other board items. Just wanted to thank you all for your support. And those who have reached out to help support me and this other thing that I'm doing. I appreciate you tremendously. And I'm just looking forward to continuing to work with you all. You know that we have great work to do, and libraries are vital to the community. And I think that this pandemic really showed that as well. It has shown us a lot of things, but it really showed how important libraries are to us. So oftentimes we hear that they're underutilized, but I've heard from so many that's I didn't think I would miss it. So I'm looking forward to working with you all to continue being an important part of this valley. So thank you.
Thank you.
Right. And that no one else has anything. Next item is public forum.
We do not have any
I have to
written.
read
You don't have to read that. But we have no
Thank you.
callers, no callers, and no written comment.
Thank you so much. And the next item is, can I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
This is Christine Lockhart. I motion to adjourn this meeting.
Thank you, Trustee Lockhart. Is there a second?
This is Lana Esparza, second.
Thank you, Trustee Esparza. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Motion carries, and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all so much.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your week.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Stay safe. And can I ask one thing before everyone leaves?
Sure.
Yep.
If you all can send your phone numbers. I don't know why I thought I had phone numbers, but I noticed that we couldn't contact each other other than email. Email is great, but I would like to talk. Is there a way that even if you can send a list out with one's phone numbers, if you all are comfortable with that?
I'm comfortable with it. This is Lana
Yeah,
Esparza.
I'm fine with it too.
Just so
Yeah,
long
okay.
as no library business is just decided in those conversations, that would be.
No.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Could you look in their bylaws, because I'm almost positive they don't say that they have to do a motion.